Can you get alimony even though you're the primary breadwinner? My name is Goldman. I'm the director and founder of Goldman & Associates. Our firm has a primary focus on family law issues here in Michigan. And today we're continuing our video series designed to educate and inform the public. So please subscribe to our channel. Well, you have to remember one thing. Alimony depends a lot on income and need, okay? So if you were the primary breadwinner during the marriage and you still are, the likelihood is that the court is not going to see you as an alimony candidate because there's a lack of need. If you were the primary breadwinner throughout the marriage and you've become disabled and now you're getting divorced, well, that's a different story. The court may very well, because of the need, even though you were always the primary breadwinner, the court may say, yes, this is an alimony case. The court's generally going to look at a bunch of factors for alimony, but there are three primaries. Number one, how long has the marriage been? If this is a spectrum of 0 years to 30 years, the closer you get to 30 years, the more likely you're going to get an alimony case. If you're 1 or 2 years in, not likely. As you get to 5, 10, 17, 18, 19, more likely. So anywhere along the spectrum, the court can order alimony. But it's more likely as you get to a longer term marriage, it's more likely that the court will see it as an alimony case. And if it's a shorter term marriage, it's less likely that the court will see it as an alimony case. So number one, you look at the duration of marriage. Number two, the disparity of income of the parties. How much do they make? You can have a long-term marriage, but if they both make the same amount of money, why would there be alimony? And who's going to pay who if they're making the same amount of money? Now, you may say to yourself, well, gee, Mr. Goldman, what's the likelihood that two people will be making the same amount of money? You know what? Not as uncommon as you would think. You get two people, they both work the night shift. That's how they meet. They both work the same shift on the assembly line. They're getting the same amount of money because they're union members, so they're getting the same hourly wage, and that's how they met. And they've both gotten the same increases over the years. And come to find out, here we are 15 years later. They're both working the same job, making the same amount of money. You know what? The court's not likely to find that that's an alimony case. So, you got to look at different things. Even if you get alimony, though, realize that it's until further order of the court. Alimony could become permanent. It could end up that way. But in most cases, the judgments now read it's permanent until the court says it's not permanent. So it goes until further order of the court. That could be 2 years, it could be 10 years, it could be 30 years. It could be going wrong just fine, and all of a sudden someone loses their job and they can't pay it anymore. Then it's going to stop, or it's going to modify downward, or something's going to happen. So all of these things play into the alimony format. If you think that you want to make a play for alimony, be prepared. You're going to have to show a financial proof. You're going to have to show what you make, what the other side make, what your financial needs are, so on and so forth. And then the court will consider whether or not yours is in fact an alimony case. And if so, how much and for how long? And remember, for how long, the court may very well say until further order of the court, until there's a change of circumstances that you bring to my attention. If you have any questions about your case, reach out. We'll be glad to help you out.
248-588-3333. 248